Making of the priest's vestments. Of blue, purple, and crimson they made the garments of ministry to minister in the sanctuary, and they also made the sacred garments for Aaron, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He also made the ephod of gold, blue, purple, crimson, and fine twined linen. And they beat sheets of gold, and cut threads to weave them among the blue, the purple, the crimson, and the linen, with exquisite workmanship. They made the shoulder pieces so that they could be joined together, and they were joined together at their two ends. And the belt of the ephod that was on it was of the same, of equal workmanship, of gold, blue, purple, crimson, and fine twined linen, as the Lord had commanded Moses. And they worked onyx stones set in gold settings, with seal engravings with the names of the children of Israel. And he put them on the shoulder pieces of the ephod, as memorial stones for the children of Israel, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He also made the breastplate of exquisite workmanship like the work of the ephod, of gold, blue, purple, crimson, and fine twined linen. It was square. They made the breastplate double, its length was a span, and its width a span, when it was folded. And they set in it 4 rows of stones. The first row was a sardium, a topaz, and a carbuncle. This was the first row. The second row, an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond. The third row, a hyacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. And the fourth row, a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper, all mounted and set in settings of gold. And the stones were according to the names of the children of Israel, 12 according to their names, like seal engravings, each with its name, according to the 12 tribes. They also made braided cords of pure gold on the breastplate. They also made 2 settings and 2 rings of gold, and put 2 rings of gold on the 2 ends of the breastplate. And they fixed the 2 gold cords in those 2 rings at the ends of the breastplate. They also fixed the other 2 ends of the 2 golden cords in the 2 settings that they placed on the shoulder pieces of the ephod in front. And they made 2 more gold rings, which they put on the 2 ends of the breastplate, on its edge, opposite the lower part of the ephod. They also made 2 gold rings and put them on the front of the 2 shoulder straps of the ephod, down near their joint, on the belt of the ephod. And they tied the breastplate by its rings to the rings of the ephod with a blue cord, so that it would be on the belt of the ephod itself, and the breastplate would not be separated from the ephod, as the Lord had commanded Moses. He also made the mantle of the ephod of weaver's work, all of blue, with its opening in the middle of it, like the neck of a corselet, with a border around the opening, so that it would not break. And they made pomegranates of blue, purple, crimson, and twisted linen on the edges of the robe. They also made bells of pure gold, and placed bells between the pomegranates on the edges of the mantle, around, between the pomegranates. A bell and a pomegranate, another bell and another pomegranate around, on the edges of the robe, to minister, as the Lord commanded Moses. Likewise they made tunics of fine linen of weaver's work for Aaron and his sons. Likewise the mitre of fine linen, and the decorations of the tiaras of fine linen, and the linen underpants of fine twined linen. Also the girdle of twisted linen, of blue, purple and crimson, of the work of an embroiderer, as the Lord commanded Moses. They also made the plate of the holy diadem of pure gold, and wrote on it like a seal engraving, Holiness to the Lord. The work of the tabernacle completed. And they put a blue cord on it to place it on the mitre above, as the Lord had commanded Moses. Thus was finished all the work of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the children of Israel did as the Lord had commanded Moses, so they did it. And they brought the tabernacle to Moses, the tabernacle and all its utensils, its brackets, its tables, its bars, its columns, its bases. The covering of ram's skins dyed red, the covering of badger skins, the front veil. The ark of the testimony and its staves, the mercy seat. The table, all its vessels, the showbread. The pure candlestick, its lamps, the lamps that were to be kept in order, and all its utensils, the oil for lighting. The golden altar, the anointing oil, the sweet incense, the curtain for the entrance of the tabernacle. The bronze altar with its bronze lattice, its staves and all its utensils, the laver and its base. The curtains of the court, its pillars and its bases, the curtain for the entrance of the court, its ropes and its pegs, and all the utensils of the service of the tabernacle of the congregation. The vestments of service to minister in the sanctuary, the sacred vestments for Aaron the priest, and the vestments of his sons, to minister in the priesthood. According to all the things that the Lord had commanded Moses, so the children of Israel did all the work. And Moses saw all the work, and, behold, they had done it as the Lord had commanded, and blessed them.